There's a message in a bottle with your name on it, and I wrote it in another lifetime. Do me a favor, say you'll never try to see what lies within. Oh, it's something that I never meant to write. Oh, don't let the words you see before you break your heart. I wrote them long before I melted in your arms. Come defrost my frozen heart. Think I'm warming up to you. It's a feeling that could melt away the snow. Oh, could I restart this life with you here by my side? Let me bury my face inside your clothes. There's a message in a bottle with your name on it, and I wrote it in another state of mind. You can burn it, break it, just don't try to read the note inside. Oh, I wrote it just to get you out my life. I locked away my heart inside the freezer. Oh, but now I'd like to serve it up to you. Come defrost my frozen heart. There's a message in a bottle with your name on it, and I wrote it in another lifetime. Do me a favor, say you'll never try to see what lies within. Oh, it's something that I never meant to write. Oh, don't let the words you see before you break your heart. I wrote them long before I melted in your arms. Come defrost my frozen heart. Think I'm warming up to you. It's a feeling that could melt away the snow. Oh, could I restart this life with you here by my side? Let me bury my face inside your clothes. There's a message in a bottle with your name on it, and I wrote it in another state of mind. You can burn it, break it, just don't try to read the note inside. Oh, I wrote it just to get you out my life. I locked away my heart inside the freezer. Oh, but now I'd like to serve it up to you. Come defrost my frozen heart. Think I'm warming up to you. It's a feeling that could melt away the snow. Oh, could I restart this life with you here by my side? Let me bury my face inside your clothes. Waves of silence, so would you let me do? Hello! Oh my god. Hello! Hello! What's up? What's up? Here's my... Oh man. Give me here. Here's my... Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. There we go. Is my tracker working? Let me see. Ooh. 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 Rather low, I'd say. Ooh. What's happening? Okay, wait. Wait. Oh. Huh? I think need to invert it. Hold on. Hello! Hi, Miss Pickles. How's it going? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What? Why is my finger doing that? Oh my gosh. Okay. What's up? Eh? Oh, is it flipped? So it's like, nope. This hand? This hand. Let me try. Inverted? Oh, there we go. Okay, okay. I think... There we go. Ooh, my hands are moving. Here's... Heart. Heart. There we go. There we go. I got it right. I got it right. Wait. Let's not move that far. And then I'll do this. Yeah, heart. Yeah. Okay, that's looking good. That's looking good, I think. Okay, let me just recalibrate. Recalibrate. Is that recalibrating? Okay, I think I have to... Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so, welcome. Yes, it works. I can wave. I can wave. Hello. Hello. So, did you guys... Oh my god. Let me get these dangly things out of my face. Did you watch Obsession? Yes. Yes? Or no? Yes or no? Did you watch Obsession? Well, I did put up a poll, and it seems most people said no, so I can't talk about it yet. I thought for sure with a whole week, you guys would have 100% watched it already. But no. I'm gonna change this on air block. Let me see. I feel like the color of it is kind of... Oh, should I get it? Ooh, white block, and then maybe I'll make this color right, pink, bright pink, soft pink. I like that. Okay, soft pink like this. Yeah, I like this color better. I feel like the other... Maybe I can make it yellow. What about a yellow? Do you see it? Do you see this? Do you see... Oh, I feel like the yellow is very cute. You know? Like a soft pastel yellow. Okay, let me save that. So next time I use this scene, it'll be like that. Okay. Yeah. Honey Raid! Thank you for the raid, honey! Heart. Thank you! Welcome, honeybees! Welcome! Would I do that type of wish on you? Like, obsession? I would never! That's why you haven't watched it yet! Because I didn't wish for something like that, okay? No pressure. No pressure. We need an obsession watch. It's in cinemas! I can't do a watch along. That's illegal! Twitch chat not showing on stream. Oh, there it is. I think... You know what? Maybe I'll use... the other one. I like the chat bigger. Okay. Use this one, cause this one is better for Zatsu. There we go. Actually, I'm not digging the yellow anymore. Maybe I should go for darker yellow, golden. Yeah, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna save this one. I like this yellow. Yeah. What would Spica's wish be if she could have one of those wishing sticks? I don't know, that's so much pressure. That's so much pressure. Maybe I just wish for $1 billion. That's easy. That's easy and proven to not result in any harm.
You know, minus the side effect of another wish, but you know, that's not actually related to that one. So yeah, the wishing stick is a curse. No, didn't you say you only watched half of the movie? You haven't finished it yet. Watch it right now. Watch it right now. I don't think the wishing stick is a curse. I think because you're only halfway through, it might seem like it's like one of those you know, like the tricky genie kind of thing, where it's like whatever you wish for, they'll make sure that it's not exactly the way you want it unless you specifically specify. But with Bear's wish, he says, I wish for Nikki to love me more than anyone in the freaking world. That is like a messed up wish to begin with, okay? I feel like most people wouldn't wish that. I don't know. I feel like if you really were, I guess, normally obsessed with somebody, like if you actually wanted somebody to like you, wouldn't you just wish, oh, I wish this person liked me. I wish this person was romantically interested in me. I wish this person loved me. But why would you wish for the thing on the end? I wish this person loved me more than anyone in the entire world. Like, that was unnecessary. That was unnecessary. He didn't need to say that. I know he didn't think that the wish was like real at that point. But I feel like that's not a normal throwaway wish to ask for. I don't know. Like I feel like the normal thing would be to say, I wish he liked me. I wish he loved me, or I wish, yeah, just that. That's more normal. That's normal. but more than anyone in the whole world, like she's got family, she's got friends, she's got herself. That means she has to love you more than all these close people in her life and herself. Yeah, Bear is not very normal. Bear is not very normal. The issue is that with love wishes, what happens when the one requesting the wish falls out of love? Yeah, that's kind of difficult. That's kind of difficult. I feel like love wishes are not exactly the best kind of wish to go for. Like, honestly, best kind of wish to go for is like, you know, like, okay, mild spoiler, like what somebody else in the movie asks for. $1 billion. Because that is not going to you know, change somebody else. It's not necessarily gonna affect anybody else, and it's only gonna benefit you. You know. Just wish for you both to be in love. Actually, yeah, I wish we were both forever in love. You know? Then nobody is unhappy because you're in the same state of love. You have to use the love wish on yourself if you want it to work out. Cause otherwise they're gonna be in love forever. And you don't know if you're gonna be in love forever. You have to the wish has to be used on yourself for it to work well. Yeah. You know, what's another good wish that doesn't affect other people? Like if you wish to be more confident, that's an OP wish. Okay. Hopefully I feel like for this movie, they specifically try to emphasize that it is not a cursed wishing stick. It's just Bear's wish is cursed. Cause other people have made wishes. Like, there have been like what, three people in the movie who made wishes that seem to be perfectly happy with it. You know, like no actual consequence coming from the wish, as far as we know. So it is not actually cursed. It's just it's not actually cursed. So I think we can assume the best of all wishes as long as they're not worded like love me over everyone in the entire world, because that basically says to love a person over your own self, which is actually very, very, that would destroy anybody. I don't think anybody would be able to survive that. Yeah, haven't got into that part. Mild spoiler, but yeah, eventually you kind of learn that it's not the wishing stick itself is not a curse, but it's like some people, if you wish for something that is, if you're not careful what you wish for, I guess. If you're not careful about what you wish for, then it can be pretty bad. Yeah, how many mild spoilers make a full spoiler? I'm just saying, I gave you guys full spoiler warning. I gave you a whole week spoiler warning. I gave you a week-long spoiler warning, okay? Yeah. Yeah, so, it's explicitly said in text people often try to return it. Yeah, I think the story tendon is like, oh, we get a lot of complaints as well. But it also shows like a solid amount of people that it seems to have been okay for. So it's not inherently cursed. It's just like a lot of people who make wishes are not making the right sort of wishes. Like like they're not even ready to make that wish. Yeah. So welcome. Yeah. But I just gotta say, wishing for $1 billion would have worked out fine. It would have worked out fine. If he wished to be a confident person, if he wished for the ability to ask her out, that would have turned out, that would have been the end of the movie right there. They might have even started dating, because we don't actually know. We don't actually know if she liked him or not. Like, it's not fully confirmed or fully denied, because all we hear is like, maybe she saw him as this from somebody else's perspective. But she says, like, one of the only scenes that we see of her like the actual girl talking for herself. She says, "Oh, when I like somebody, nobody will know it. Nobody will know it." She didn't actually friend zone him. You watched half the movie. You watched half the movie. That's the only bit of Nikki we see. That's the only bit of Nikki we see, is that she says you won't, like, nobody ever knows who I actually like. She says that in the car, and then she gets possessed. She gets possessed. Wasn't it confirmed in the movie that she wasn't into him? But that's the thing. You only hear that from these friends that don't know her that well. The entire friend group is really weird, by the way. Like, they're not even that close of friends. They're not... Like, okay, we only hear that from Sarah. Sarah says that Nikki says that she saw Bear as like a little brother. We don't know if that's how she actually thinks, because what she says to Bear in the car is that, one, she thinks that he's the only person that she can talk to about certain things. So she might not say the same sort of things to Sarah that she says to Bear, okay? And then also she says, if I like anybody, nobody would know. So she's not telling anybody who she actually likes, so that leaves it open. I also saw an interview from the main actress who said, like, she was trying to, like, her interpretation is that is that Nikki did maybe like him, but it's left open for interpretation. I think the tragic thing is that we will never know, because Bear made that wish, so we will never know how it could have gone. If only he made the wish to have the courage to ask her out. Or if he made the wish to have the courage to ask her out and I don't know, have a guarantee that she'll be nice about it. Or well, honestly, she would have been nice about it anyway. She's shown to be a nice person, like a kind person. That is her main personality trait. So he was just scared of rejection. Or maybe if he wished that he could have the chance to ask her out and then have her forget about it if it wasn't positive. You know, so it's like it never happened. And then he wouldn't have to like truly experience like the memory of the rejection because it didn't happen. But he knows where it would have gone. Yeah. So anyway, that friend group was really weird though. How long did they know each other? For like 5 years or 7 years? I forgot. It's a lame wish though, yeah. It was weird because I feel it. Well, they were just co-workers, honestly, right? They were just co-workers for years. Ian's kind of weird. I don't know. He's like not a real person. Sarah and Nikki, like she sees Sarah's supposed to be Nikki's friend. Ian too, but like Ian's kind of weirdo. I feel like Ian doesn't care about anybody. He's kind of I don't know. He's just there. He's just there for I don't know. Ian doesn't really care about anybody, but that's okay. That's kind of his thing, I guess. I think he's just there to be a coworker, like. But yeah, he's just there. I think it's just his thing to not care. But Sarah and Nikki, they were friends. They were kind of at least somewhat close friends. At least kind of close friends. And she sees her friend try to unalive herself and then is not worried at all. I mean, like they probably asked her to go to the hospital and that was that. No worries about her friend's immense mental issues that caused her to do that. It's just like, you know, she's going through something, but you know what? I'm gonna talk to the guy that she is currently obsessively dating. This is a great idea. I'm going to go talk to him late at night in the car. What a great idea. It happens. My friend is going through a psychotic sort of meltdown, but you know, that's not really something I worry about. Let's look at my acceptance letter. But it is really tragic. It is really tragic. Her whole is it college acceptance stuff? Yeah. Yeah. They don't know they're in a horror movie. They don't know, but they literally see this girl break a wine glass, aim it at her own face. Like, you would not be at least a little bit alarmed by it? You're like, okay, just take her to the hospital. Just take her to the hospital. She'll be fine. She just needs to heal the wounds. That's it. Like, there's not something inherently wrong with her that she needs to get more help for. It's just, oh, she's just going through something. And the crazy thing is, Sarah is like to Bear. Oh, I feel like Nikki's taking advantage of you. Like what? This girl tried to unalive herself in a public party. Yeah. Maybe they deal with it every other day. Maybe it's just a common occurrence. Bear said he took her to the hospital. Yeah. Maybe she thought everything was fine. I guess. Bear was really frustrating me when I was watching the movie. I feel like I'm just thinking about how weird their friendship group is after the movie, but like during the movie, my biggest I guess anxiety is like Bear was telling nobody about this, and this was it was really bugging me, but I guess that's why he's a bad person. Because he couldn't tell anybody that he made a wish to get her to like him, and he didn't ask for help. Like, he didn't tell anybody. I feel like any normal person... Have I watched Heathers? Yes. Any normal person, as soon as they suspect that, you know, their wish might have caused some entity to take over, to force this person to love them, they would be like, okay, I messed up real bad. The person that I actually loved is not even there. I want to save this person. Okay, like this isn't even the person that I love. Like, they're trapped. Like, as soon as he figured that out, he should have... I mean, like, a normal person would have been like, yo, I want to cancel the wish. Not alter. I want to cancel the wish. Why was his first thought, oh... can we just alter it a little bit so she's still in love with me, but just, you know, just not trying to harm anybody, but like just she's still in love with me. I still want her to be in love with me. Like he did not care about the real Nikki. He did not care about her. He was not truly in love with Nikki. He was not a true fan, I gotta say. He just wanted whoever was pretending to be Nikki, as long as they loved him, but he didn't want the true Nikki. No, we're talking about the movie Obsession. Yeah. I feel like any normal person would have gone to their friends if they were actually their friends. You know? Like that's his friend group. That is literally his friend group. Would have been like, guys, I did something really bad. And I'm gonna need your help to fix it. This is like so serious right now. Okay, I did something really bad. Like you would confess. You would confess and say what you did. Not like lie and pretend like, oh yeah, I think she's actually in love with me. I would feel so guilty. I would feel so guilty if it were me. I would never make that wish. But if, as soon as I realized that that's not the person that I care about there, and, you know, the person I care about is trapped, I'd be like, okay, I need to tell everybody I know. I need to figure out a way to get them back. Okay, because that's not the person. Would you believe someone if your friend said they had some supernatural thing happen to them? That's the thing. That's the thing. He doesn't even try. He doesn't even try. It's not because he thinks necessarily nobody would believe him. Everybody has questions like why is Nikki suddenly so obsessed with Bear? Like, they don't understand what's going on either. He had every opportunity to say, you know, something's wrong. But even when his friends are like, what's going on with you and Nikki? He's like, oh, I just think she's really into me. Something's going on. I don't really know what, but you know, like it's not about thinking, oh, they wouldn't believe me. I think it's that he was too cowardly to bring that up. That's like his whole life. That was happening for weeks on end, and he was like, oh, I'm happy as long as, like, you know, nobody gets hurt. But then she starts scaring him, and he's like, oh, I think I like Sarah now. even though he knows what he did to her, he knows spoiler. She begs him, the real Nikki begs him to fix it. And he's like, what do you mean you don't want to be with me? And she's like, I've never been with you. What are you talking about? She doesn't even know what's going on. The real Nikki doesn't know what's going on. She's like trapped in hell because she doesn't have control of her own body. And his first thought is like, how could you say that? You don't like being with me? Poor Nikki. Yeah. The friends are just fake friends and they also don't really care. Yeah. But it's also like every opportunity, like he could have told his friends. Maybe they're not that close, but they were people he could have told. He could have gone to a helpline or something like that, you know? He could have done so many things, you know? Even just when he called when he called the Wish a Willow line, he didn't say, can I undo the wish? Can I cancel the wish? Even when the guy on the phone is like, would you like to cancel your wish? He's like, no, can I just alter it? Like, that's not even his first thought. He still wants the wish to be in place. He doesn't care. Haven't watched Obsession yet. You should. Yeah. Who's Nikki? Nikki is a character from Obsession. Yeah. So with all those things combined, Bear has really no defense, okay? There is no defense for Bear there. Like, he had every opportunity to at least consider canceling the wish. Like, sure, it wasn't possible for him to cancel the wish without dying. He didn't know that, but he could have at least asked that first if he was at least partially a good person. But he wasn't. He didn't care about the actual Nikki. If he really loved Nikki, he would have wanted the real her to be around. He didn't care where the real her was. He didn't care. So he didn't love her. He was the one who was obsessed. Very bad, the movie. Yeah, it's really sad how it starts off. Like when I first, like in the first 10 minutes of the movie, like you really want to root for him because it's so sad. Like his cat dies. He's all alone. It's so sad. And then he makes the wish. And also main girl's acting was amazing. Incredible. But you can already see at the start that this is not how the girl we just met is supposed to act. Like, she's completely different. Also the costuming is really I think well thought out, because at the start when we see Nikki, that is pretty much one of the only times that she's like fully covered up. But her like outfit, it has so much personality to it. And then as the movie goes on, after the wish happens, it's like she never wears a shirt with straps anymore. Like, none of her shirts have straps. In the restaurant where she admits that her dad didn't really have cancer, she's wearing a strapless, like, off the shoulder top. At the party, she doesn't have any straps. Maybe she did, but like her entire like shoulders are bare. Pun not intended. Pun not intended. But like you can see her chest and shoulders. Like everything is like out in the open. Like she barely wears clothes. But at the start of the movie, she's got like her decorated bag and you know, she's got this really cool aesthetic going on. Like, she's a really cool girl with so much personality to her. And as soon as the wish happened, she like, her personality is gone because it's not her anymore. And she only wears like shirts that just show as much skin as possible. Like, you're always seeing her shoulders every time. I think the only times where you don't see her shoulders is where she's wearing a shirt. And what shirt is it? Bear's shirt. It's only in the scenes where she's wearing his clothes that you don't see her shoulders. When she's wearing her own clothes, she's only wearing like the tube tops and all this stuff to like make her seem more sexy, I guess. The demon isn't very fashionable. Yeah, I think like the clothing choices is to represent that the demon doesn't have a personality of its own. It's just there to try to like appeal to Bear. So, you know, it just goes as little clothing as possible. Either that or wearing Bear's clothes. So, yeah, like oh my god, that was a creepy smell just then, sorry. I feel like Bear, you know, as somebody who was so obsessed with Nikki for like 5-something years, he definitely would have noticed from day one how her clothing style just completely changed. Like, that's not her anymore. You know? It's just, you know, she doesn't have a personality anymore. Also, I like the detail at the start of the movie where she's on the phone with Bear, and then she drops her crystal necklace down the sink, and it is because she loses her crystal necklace that he buys this Wish-a-Willow. Like, he never would have found this Wish-a-Willow if it wasn't for him thinking, oh, I want to buy her a new necklace. And the thing is, he doesn't end up even buying the necklace. He doesn't. The store attendant is like, hey, we've got this for, you know, good vibes, blah blah blah, and this rock is for this. And he's like, you know what? What's that stick over there? And he buys a wish for himself. Those were the starting signs that he was a bum. Yeah, I think the necklace represented, I think the necklace was it from her mother or something? It was like from somebody. It was protecting her up until that moment when she lost it. And that's actually what kicks off her becoming cursed. Yeah. He went to the store to buy her necklace, which is such a lovely and kind thought to have, to want to give her a gift. But then he doesn't actually buy it. He's given the opportunity to buy it because he goes to the store. The store attendant is like, you can buy this. This is a good necklace. This is a good necklace. There's multiple options. He's like, nah. You know what? I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy a stick for myself to make a wish. Because I'm feeling whimsical today. Like, he has good intention with going to the store, but I think he's like a little too cowardly for it. Maybe too cowardly to buy the necklace. I don't know. But why even buy the stick if you're gonna chicken out of buying a necklace? Why? Anyway, I feel like I was thinking about like the actions of like the demon Nikki, of which people are calling her like Freaky Nikki, and I was thinking, I think some people have been saying like it feels like Freaky Nikki is the reincarnation of his cat Sandy, and I feel like I kind of agree with that. Maybe it's kind of like his cat Sandy. Mild spoilers, but like, you know how cats they like to hunt, like, you know, mice, you know bugs and stuff. they'll get these like dead bugs and they'll bring it to you as a form of love. And it, you know, it doesn't really make much sense, but it's something that Freaky Nikki does. And she doesn't find anything wrong with it. So it's kind of a cat behavior. And then also, like, when Bear leaves, when Bear leaves, like, oh yeah, true, cats know how to use litter boxes, but she just waits at the door. It's kind of like a cat, like a pet waiting at the door for their owner to come back. But you do make a great point. They know how to use the litter box. But it's like an exaggerated cat if a cat were a human. Yeah. I read it's because cats think you're not eating. Ah. I thought it was because cats feel like, you know, they're showing off their achievement, but also showing lots of care. Yeah, it is cat behavior. It is cat behavior. And then also, like, her world only revolving around Bear. Because, you know, like an indoor cat, they would only... Especially with the cat that Bear had. He lived alone. Sandy was alone. He didn't get a cat for his cat. Sandy was all alone in that house, only to see him when he would come back. So her only kind of purpose was to, like, wait for her owner, which is sad. And she died alone. So sad. So sad. It's because cats never see you hunt for food and think you can't hunt for food and need help. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Yeah, but she actually... The Freaky Nikki displays a lot of cat behavior because... She doesn't know how to be a human! Because it's not a human. It's not a human. Maybe Freaky Nikki is like some sort of spirit from hell. I don't know. But I think kind of... I also kind of feel bad for Freaky Nikki as well. Like, that is a demon. It is kind of a demon, but the demon is also trapped by the wish. Like, the real Nikki is trapped by the wish that she can't have control of her body, right? So she is like in eternal suffering. But Freaky Nikki, even though she's in control of the body for like 99% of the time, I'd argue that she's suffering too, because the wish is like she only cares about Bear. All she wants is for Bear to love her back. And this guy doesn't even take responsibility for the wish he made, and he doesn't love her back in the way that she wants. Like, she wants to monopolize him, and that's not even her fault because he asked for it. He asked for this and he won't even reciprocate. Like, that's crazy. Like, she's also suffering because she's kind of condemned into only caring about him and he won't reciprocate. So that's kind of sad, even though she's crazy, but but it is his wish. It's his wish. Yeah. Oh my god, a theory that a lot of people have been saying that I completely disagree with, that really annoys me, is when people say that the sandwich, if you know, you know, okay, the sandwich that Nikki gives to Bear is actually from the real Nikki, because that was the time when she broke out, and they're like, oh yeah, when she wrote "not you" on the Polaroid, she broke out, but these people are also saying, like, I think she broke out to put the sand in the sandwich, which I completely disagree with. The real Nikki would never do that. She's a kind person. She's a good and normal, well-adjusted person who has been tortured. She would not do that. And from what we've seen, she cannot break out for long enough to do something like that. If she broke out for long enough, she she would try to unalive herself. She would not care about digging up a sand. I'm trying my best not to spoil it, but I think it's already out there. She would not care about spending the time to dig up something not alive and to cook a sandwich and then to put that in the sandwich and then to also write another note. What's your verdict? Etc. You know, she would not have the time to do that. If she had the time to do all that, she would have been successful at unaliving herself. But she isn't. She Yeah, so yeah, it was definitely from the freaky Nikki. That keeps on popping up. Like, multiple people think that was real Nikki doing that, and it annoys me so much. It annoys me so much every time I see a post about that and the comments are like, oh my god, you're so right. Yeah, that was definitely her trying to get Bear to dislike her so that he would undo the wish. Like, what are you talking about? Did you watch the movie? Nikki is a kind person. She would not do that. That is not in her character. The first thing she does when she breaks free that we see her do is that she tries to unalive herself. She would not grab a dead cat and put it in a sandwich for what? That is absolutely crazy. She would not do that. She would not do that. That would not be in her first 10 thoughts of what she would do once she gets control of her body. Like, she would absolutely not do that. And like, these people, I feel like they completely misinterpret Nikki's character. They're like, yeah, she's trying to the real Nikki did that to make Bear dislike her. Because she wants Bear to dislike her. Like, no. The one time where Nikki gets to talk to Bear and she's like, can you unalive me? She says it in the nicest way possible. This girl is not mean. She's never been mean. Okay, if Bear actually confessed, she never would have been mean to him. She like even if she didn't feel the same, I fully believe that she would have been the kindest, nicest like person to reject him ever. Like, she would be so kind to him. Cause she's a kind person. That's all we see of her at the start. She's even when she's like able to talk to Bear in that one moment where she can speak because the demon is sleeping. She says in the nicest way possible, please can you unalive me? Okay, she doesn't swear at him. Okay, I know she's like trying to be quiet because the demon is sleeping as well, but she is saying this in the nicest way possible. He says, what do you mean you don't want to be with me? She's so real. She's so real within saying, I've never been with you. She doesn't even say it that way. She says in the nicest way possible. Like, she would never do that to the sandwich. She would never do that to the sandwich. She is being tortured in basically hell. And Bear knows this through that one phone call with the Will-O-Wish operator who's like, do you want to hear Nikki right now? And then we just hear screaming, non-stop screaming. She is being tortured in hell. And when she has a chance to talk to Bear, she pleads. She's like, please, can you unalive me? Can you just end my life, please, please? Like, and she says in the nicest way possible, even though we know that when she doesn't have control of her body, she's just non-stop screaming because she's in hell. She's getting tormented non-stop. And the one chance she has to talk to Bear, she's so nice about it. Like, how can these people say that she would put Sandy in the sandwich? She is not the type of person to do that. She just wanted to die. She just wanted to not be there anymore. She didn't want to torment Bear. She just wanted her suffering to end. And also, she didn't even know that there was a wish being made. She didn't know what was happening. She didn't know he made a wish. She's got no idea what's going on. All she knows is that she isn't in control of her body anymore. She's got no idea. Yes, you should go watch it. You should watch it. It's very fun theater experience. I recommend. When I heard that scene, I was like, oh, so this is where we're going. Yeah, when Bear says that to her, when she's begging for him to kill her, that's like, okay, he really doesn't care. Like, this is the clearest moment of her, like, actually asking. Like, she says, oh, the demon's asleep. Please, this is the actual me. Just kill me. That's all I want. Just end my suffering, please. And he's like, what do you mean you don't want to be with me? Like, he's on a whole other plane of existence here. They're not even on the same planet. I mean, even before that, he hears Nikki screaming. He knows his wish has happened. He knows she's only acting like this because of the wish, and he hears the real Nikki screaming. He actually gets much earlier confirmation and does nothing about it. I mean, you could argue that, well, he doesn't want to kill himself, but but he doesn't really do anything about it. He hears her screaming and is like, all right, I'm just gonna go hang out with the demon that loves me. It's Nikki, so, you know, the name is Nikki, so it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, but then there's that scene. There's a part where she's just flat out begging for him to end her suffering, and he's not even like, no, I don't want to kill you. The cops would be after me. Not even that. It's just like, what do you mean you don't want to be with me? Like, what? What other planet is he on? I feel like, okay, if you were a slightly more normal person, you'd be like, oh, well, I do want to end your suffering, but you know, the cops would be after me if I murdered you, so do you have any other ideas? Like, that would be slightly more normal to, like, actually consider her plea, but he's like, no, what? You don't want to be with me? Like, what? How did that even enter his mind? He's really just in his own world. He is really gonna hate Bear more. It only gets worse from here. Yeah, anyway, the main actress is incredible. I really love rewatching like clips that people posted on TikTok, because I've already seen the movie in theater, so I like going back to the clips and like watching her acting, cause it makes for a really great rewatch of certain clips, like especially the first clip right after she gets possessed. It's like you can see real Nikki coming through. Like, the demon doesn't have super strong control because it's just God in there. It's just taking control of the body. So Nikki pops out a lot more, and she's like, huh, what is going on? And then the demon assumes control, like, right after, and her acting is so good. It's so good. She's amazing. Yeah. Honestly, I'd even watch it again. Maybe I should. Maybe I should watch it again. It's so good. Yeah, I've been recommending it to everybody I know. But the problem is, a lot of my friends are too scared to watch horror movies, so it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. So you guys gotta watch it. Or yeah, The Frown. Oh my god! I've been trying to do that frown. I don't know how she does it. I cannot do the frown. Every time I try to do it, I'm like, okay, I just look like I just look like PN. It just looks like the PN, but I can never get my how does she get her like her frown that low? How does how does the frown get that low? It's just, yeah, every time I try to do it, it just looks like PN. It looks like the the emoji, the PN emoji. Like I cannot do that. Yeah. The real question is, the actress just that good at portraying two different people, or really good at portraying a demon? I think she's really good at, like, you know, when we see the real Nikki come through, you can tell when she does. You can tell when it's the real Nikki. Yeah, I don't know how to do the Okay, I know this is the VTuber model, but I mean, like, in real life I can't do that. I can't do that. How does she do that? And it's not even special effects, because she just did it in an interview. And like, she just changed that expression in like a millisecond. It's that easy for her. How does she do that? Her frown is so... It goes so far down her face. I feel like when I try to frown, it doesn't go very far down at all. Is that like insane muscle control or something? Insane facial muscles. Maybe actors go to the gym for facial muscles. They have mini weights for their face to like push and yeah. Never skip face days. That's right. Never. No, they only work their face, so it's like never skip eyelid day, never skip frown day, never skip nose scrunch day. Yeah, they specifically casted her for that. She's amazing. She's amazing. It's crazy. Yeah. Her frown reminds me of Florence, the Midsommar actress. It's kind of like her frown. They have kind of similar frowns, except her frown is like, it's like that times 2. Times 2. Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad for... I feel bad for Sarah. I mean, I did say my critiques of Sarah not caring about her friend, but... Okay, honestly... I think they just weren't... None of them were really all that close. They weren't that close. Nobody knew what was happening with each other, like... They were just co-workers. They were co-workers that would hang out, and I think maybe they were Bear's only friends. Yeah. But also, Bear's so obsessed with Nikki, but when he has the chance to tell real Nikki, like, you know, in the very start in the movie, about how his cat died, he doesn't open up to her. He opens up to Sarah. And Sarah is the like the one he tells that his cat died, that he opens up to. It's kind of like Sarah is to him what Bear is to Nikki. Cause like Nikki is like, you're the only one I can talk to about my dreams of being a writer. And then Sarah is like the only one he flat out tells that his cat died, that he has like a proper conversation with. I guess before they get interrupted, but yeah. They did feel like the kind of friend group you have because you're in a small town and they're the same age. Yeah. Yeah, like they know each other, they're friends, but they don't actually talk to each other about things that much. Yeah, you should watch Midsommar. Yeah, Midsommar. That was wild. It was wild. I was crazy. Yeah. Can I be your therapist? No, I've no qualifications in that field. I'm sorry. Maybe call a helpline or something. Yeah. I was gonna say something else. I forgot. Yeah, Midsommar is amazing. I'm sorry. I'm not qualified to be a therapist. If anybody here has some experience with being a therapist, let me know. I'm already your therapist? What do you mean? Okay, I'll try my best. I am officially an unlicensed therapist, you guys. Feel free to vent your troubles to me. I actually think this was the first horror movie I watched in a while that was actually scary. Recently, I did a few watch-alongs of the classics. In the cinema, I didn't think it was scary. And I think my friends thought it was like a lot more scary in the cinema, but after I left, it really sunk in and I felt more scared. I felt scared after I left the cinema. Like every time I go to bed, I'm like, oh my god, is somebody in the corner of my room? Like, this wish, I would never make this wish, and this would never happen to me. But is somebody there? It's kind of freaky. It's kind of freaky. This is kind of therapeutic. Talking about horror movies, yeah. Unlicensed therapist with a license to read tarot cards. No license to read tarot cards. You know, there are some people who have taken like actual lessons for tarot cards that know a lot more. Oh, I had the corner of the room thought last night. Yeah, it's just now before I get to my room, I run, I slam the door, I check the corners. I'm like, okay, nobody there. Nobody there. Check the closet. Okay. I think I'm safe. I think the first night after I watched the movie, I hid under my blankets because I was like, wait. I know I shouldn't be scared of this, but I just feel kind of scared and kind of like I need to protect myself, so yeah, so it was a bit a little bit scary after watching it, you know. Yeah. I haven't watched the Blair Witch Project, but I did like see somebody comparing it to this movie. Maybe based on I'm not sure why it was compared, but is it similar? Yeah, I've not seen it. Yeah, the demon in the corner just watching you sleep. Yeah. Gosh, I was scared. It was so funny. It was so funny when the freaky Nikki was like, I just want to watch you sleep. Go to sleep! And then Bear he turned over to try to pretend to sleep. Yeah, that was freaky. That was freaky. Yeah. Oh, not this one. Wait, let me see. Oh. Wait, that's cool. Hey, yo. Oh. Ayo. Ayo. I love this camera that doesn't make any sense because the angle of it, it just doesn't make any sense. Like it shouldn't be capturing for this angle, but it just looks so funny anyway. It's so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary. Anyway, I was moving the camera because it's like, oh wait, let me oh no! Oh, you know what? I'll just keep it like this. It's for when we want to have extra spica without 3D spica. Yeah, for real. For real. Wait, what's your other? I like this one. I like this field of view. It's cool. Let me move the whispicle around. This one. Damn. Now it's a bit closer. Yeah, cute. I didn't even drink my coffee. I did. That one's just for decoration. No worries. It is. Side view is mom asking you to dinner, but you're too locked in. What the heck? That's so specific. That's so specific. A lot of the things that Freaky Nikki did in the movie is just so random. Like, what's with the flower pot? Why did she grab a flower pot? It made no sense. And I don't know how they even thought of that, but why? What was the purpose of the flower pot? I'm still wondering. Is it like why did she grab a flower pot to hide behind it, you know? It's freaky. Yes, it's freaky. It doesn't make sense. Yes. But what made her think like the demon that's only instruction is to love Bear more than anyone in the entire world? What makes her think, oh, I'm going to disappear from the room and grab a flower pot from the other room and start walking sideways like a crab, hiding my head behind the flower pot while Bear stares at me in terror? Like, what makes her do that? What does it mean? Is that another reference to what a cat would do? Like, it's just kind of crazy. Kind of illogical, like an animal. Common demon behavior. Yeah. Is Freaky Nikki even a demon though? Or is she just an entity that has been instructed to love Bear more than anything else in the entire world? Cause is Freaky Nikki even inherently evil if all she cares about is one person? Like, she doesn't have a moral compass of like being good or evil. It's just her one instruction. Does that really make her a demon? Or is it just her circumstance that the person that she loves more than anything in the entire world is giving attention to other things and other people? Is that really her fault? That's how demons show love. Some cats are pretty crazy. Yeah. Maybe she was just getting the zoomies. It was just zoomies. Yeah. I'm making this movie sound amazing. Really? You should watch it and see if it's actually good or if it's bum. Maybe the cat was a demon trapped in a cat's body and got obsessed with Bear. So when the necklace was lost, the demon saw its ticket in. Maybe the cat itself wasn't a demon? Because it was just an innocent cat. But I think maybe his cat got reincarnated as Nikki. And like a cat, if there was a cat in a human's body, like it would probably be pretty violent because cats, they hunt. They're natural predators. Like, you know, they don't understand social consequences. That's not a thing to them. So it could be like reincarnation. Because it's convenient that the demon is brought to life kind of right after Bear's cat dies. Also, why did they name the cat Sandy? Is that intentional foreshadowing of the sandwich, or like why would they do that? they really wanted the name to fit inside a sandwich, huh? Yeah. Oh, the other thing, when I first watched the movie, like in the first 10 minutes, when we see the tragic scene, Bear comes home, and the cat is dead because the cat got into the medicine cabinet. It's really tragic. It's really sad, very tragic, and I'm like, no, that is so sad. Like, it opens up with the death of a pet, and that is like literally his only family because he lives alone, and now he's like all alone. Like, that would make anybody really depressed, okay? So feel really bad for him. But then as the movie goes on and stuff, like, you kind of, at the start of the movie, I feel like you kind of get suspended in like the horror supernatural stuff. Like, you know, people just randomly turn up dead in horror movies. Like, you know, Final Destination. Like, they just happen to die, you know. The death follows them, and then, you know, a pin drops, which causes something else to drop, which causes something else to drop, and suddenly they're dead. So you have like that sort of horror movie thing where, you know, something randomly ends up dead, and it's like, that's really tragic. It must be like, you know, twisted fate. Yeah, it's just horror movie bad luck, and that's really tragic. But then thinking about it later on, it's like, okay, I think it was a real sign that the cat ends up dying from these sleeping pills, from ingesting all these sleeping pills. Because how was that cat supposed to get into the medicine cabinet and open a jar of pills in a medicine jar, like a medicine bottle? Like, those are not possible for a cat to open. Like, it should not be possible for a cat to open. When I watched it, I was like, how did the cat get in there? I don't understand. But then I kind of like pushed it aside because I was like, well, it's supposed to be the tragic thing that happens. I'm just gonna feel bad for him. But thinking about it, knowing full well what his character is, like his full character at the end of the movie, like when you like really get to understand like how he acts under all this pressure. It's like, okay, I think he was kind of irresponsible and left the medicine cabinet open, and also didn't close the jar of sleeping pills at all. So, because there is no way that the cat was able to open that. It's not just tragic, he was completely irresponsible, and maybe he wasn't even taking care of his cat properly as well. Like, maybe he wasn't even feeding his cat. I don't know, but it seems extremely irresponsible. Yeah, it's also foreshadowing of something later, but but yeah, like at the start, you want to side with the main character because it is the main character. Like, it is the main character. Like, oh, the cat died. It's so tragic. Like, he's depressed. Of course he is. The cat died. It was an accident. But then you learn about his character, and you're like, okay, I think the cat's death is fully on him now. Yeah. He was the true demon all along. Cause those pills must have been really easy. really easy to for a cat to have found. Yeah. Also, I don't fully remember, but I feel like the pills were... I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure where it was, but yeah, how would the cat have gone inside the medicine cabinet? It must have been on the table and opened. Like it just it's not placed in a normal place for pills to be. And I'm not sure whose sleeping pills they were. I think I read somebody saying that it was his grandma's house and they were his grandma's sleeping pills, so he didn't even put them away for her. At first, I thought that they were his sleeping pills, but I'm not sure where the grandma's house is. Let me see. Like, where does that come from? Whose sleeping pills were they? The pills were out in the open and not in a child safety lock. Yeah, I think he didn't even close the... He didn't even close the bottle. Because they pretty much almost automatically close as soon as you put the lid on. Yeah. He inherited the house from his grandma's. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was his grandma's medicine. So it kind of also seems that he doesn't take care of his like home. He gets the house from his grandma, and then I think his decor, the decor isn't truly his. Like it doesn't look like the house of like, it doesn't seem like his house, because it is a house he inherited from his grandma. So all the furniture, it seems still very old, unchanged. I think even the TV is very old, and it's not just for like, I guess, the aesthetic, but it seems like he doesn't really do much to change his situation, which I feel like would kind of like it's also like a visual way of representing his character, of hinting that his character doesn't take any action to change things, to change his own situation, and it's only by his like wicked luck that Nikki loves him, and when he's in that situation, he doesn't do anything to change it as well. So yeah, he got his house from the grandma but didn't clean it at all. So if they were the sleeping pills from his grandma, he wouldn't have needed to use them at all. So he never moved the pills. He never closed the pills. He never put it away. He never closed the bottle properly. He didn't like clean up the house or make the space his own in any way. He kind of just like lives monotonously. Like it's like he didn't change anything about the space. Does this guy even have a computer? Oh wait, he does. I think he does have a computer. Wait, he does. I swear he does have a computer. I'm thinking, wait, his bedroom doesn't have a computer. That's right. Yeah, but like all the decors it seems to be unchanged. He also just lives in darkness too. Like he barely has any lights. It's a very old house where it seems like he hasn't bought any new furniture for it as well. So he's just kept it the same, which is kind of what his character does throughout the movie. Is like, no matter what, nothing changes. He doesn't. Even when he feels scared for his life, he doesn't want to like change things. Yeah. So I think the cat dying at the start was a real sign of maybe how, I guess, irresponsible he is as a person. Yeah. Because he would have inherited the house like ages ago, and he didn't check to put away the like the pills or anything. He just kind of left it there. Like, dang. It's a surprise that the cat didn't get into it earlier, but maybe he just always closed the door. And just that one time he didn't close the door and he just always left the pills out. Yeah. Really enjoying this obsession cat medicine scene analysis stream. I'm just saying what comes to mind about the movie. It's kind of like an obsession spoiler stream. But yeah. Or he finally forgot to feed the poor cat and had to scavenge for food. It could have been a bunch of both. Like, he didn't get the cat enough food. And the cat was feeling desperate. It's like, I have to hunt for food. What is this? I have to eat it. I gotta eat it. Yeah, he forgot to give his cat enough food. All he had to do was get an auto feeder, you know? if he forgets to regularly feed his cat, just get an auto feeder. And also, I feel like if his cat was normally fed, the cat wouldn't have had like the whole jar of sleeping pills. I'm not sure like how many sleeping pills like the cat did ingest, but there was real cat food on the floor in the same scene. So he did feed his cat. So freak accident. I don't remember. It's been a while, but so he did feed his cat. But how come his cat had all the sleeping pills but not the cat food? Which doesn't make sense because I feel like normal cats, they love cat food. As soon as the cat food comes out, it's nom nom nom, all gone. They wouldn't leave any spare pieces, okay? There wouldn't be any spare pieces, and they definitely wouldn't eat some random other pills. If they did, they would like lick it. They would lick it, or they'd have one. They wouldn't it doesn't make sense for the cat to just to eat all the pills for something that isn't designed for them, that doesn't even taste good for them, over actual cat food. Because cats, they love cat food. They love kibble. They love all of that, okay? As soon as they hear like the rustle of the cat food, they're like, mine. Like, they eat everything. They eat everything. My cat used to be a vacuum cat. He would eat everything in view: the table, the couch, the chair, everything. A cat is small, so it takes much less for a cat to overdose. But it had so much cat food. Why would it eat like only the pills? Why only the pills? Let me see. Let me see if there's a screenshot or something of that scene. Okay, it's kind of hard because it's still pretty new movie. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Welcome. I am kirispica, but you can call me Spica. Spica stands for singing piano idol called anime girl. We're currently talking about the movie Obsession. If you watched it, if you haven't watched it and you don't want to be spoiled, there might be some spoilers. So yeah. Welcome. Curiosity killed the cat. Yeah. But either way, it was very irresponsible to leave the sleeping pills out and open. Yeah. That's just not something to do. But it does feel very unlucky at the start, but then you see it's like, oh, this could have been like a repeated habit of him like not really caring about his like home, or like, you know, not being very thorough. Yeah. Also, sleeping pills at the end. The ending I really liked. Tragic, but I really liked it. How okay, this is probably an actual spoiler. I love your model. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is probably an actual spoiler, so big spoiler warning. Big spoiler warning. But I like the detail of Bear taking the sleeping pills. A callback to his cat taking the sleeping pills to try to fix the wish. Like actually fix the wish, because that is the only solution at this point. And it's like, okay, he's gonna redeem himself. Okay, this is all he has left. Okay, pretty much everybody else not here anymore. So yeah, and then he's about to, you know, fix things for Nikki, and then he's like, nope, I'm chickening out of this. And you see him try to make himself throw up. And I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? He's chickening out of this? Are you serious? And then you hear the Will-O-Wish sound in the background. You hear the sound in the background, and as I was watching it, when I first, like, in the second that you hear it, I was like, yeah, I read the main actor suggested throwing up. I saw the interview where he said that, yeah. The second that the sound of the Will-O-Wish, like you hear it in the background, I at first, like in the first second, I was like, oh, what was that? Why was there a wish sound? Is it because that's the sound of the wish ending or something? And then he stops throwing up. He starts getting up, and you're like, wait a second. That's not the wish ending. Freaky Nikki made a wish. She made a wish, and he's now in love with her more than anything in the entire world. I really liked how fast everything happened there. I don't know. Yeah. I've never wished for a character to get possessed as much as him. Yeah, it's like, are you serious? You're about to fix everything and you're throwing it up? And the only thing that actually saves real Nikki, ironically enough, is freaky Nikki. Like, she kind of saves herself without knowing it. Like, if freaky Nikki didn't make the wish on the Will-O-Wish, if she didn't make that wish, then Nikki would have still been stuck there. She actually saved herself, which is great, you know? Bear wouldn't have saved her if he actually had control. So yeah. I liked the ending. As tragic as it is. It's very tragic. Yeah. Man, I just want real Nikki to be okay. Like, can somebody get a Will-O-Wish and then wish for Nikki to be absolved of all the crimes, because she didn't actually do it, and just have her sent to like a mental facility so that she can recover psychologically, and then she'll be better eventually, although it will always haunt her. Yeah, can somebody wish for that? Or, you know, wish for her to like forget everything happened and then just move into a different town, free from all the trauma, and forget all these friends existed, or maybe maybe we can implant fake memories as part of the wish. She's never financially recovering from that though. BRB buying a stick. Okay. We make a wish that the police don't charge Nikki of the crimes because she didn't actually do them, and the police find Bear, because he's already, anyway, Bear guilty of all the crimes. So they're like, okay, this is a closed investigation. And then have Nikki move out, and then we wipe the memories of her friends, the tragic memories of her friends, and then we just change those memories into like, oh, she said goodbye because she moved town, and she moves to a whole different town and never sees them again. And then she forgets about them. How about we just wipe her memories of those friends, and then she moves into a new town? Are the fake memories more demons? Well, okay, amnesia isn't as difficult of a wish compared to wishing that somebody loves somebody more than anyone in the whole world. Because amnesia is something that people actually get, okay? So that wouldn't result in a demon, okay? That would just wipe part of our memory. Yeah. Or maybe not wipe part of our memory, just, Actually, she doesn't really have anything to remember. Let's not change anything about her, okay? She will unfortunately have to live with the trauma, but make it so that the police realize, oh, this is Bear's doing, and he took the sleeping pills out of guilt for what he did to everybody, and she is an unfortunate victim of this terrible tragedy. We're gonna send her to a mental hospital for free to help her, and we're gonna give her the best psychologists, therapists, and counselors and everything to help her deal with this. And then we will let her become a writer, okay? And she will have free reign to write all her feelings, and that will make her a best-selling author. Yeah. And there, she achieves her dreams. She achieves her dreams. She does have a lot of trauma with her, but maybe her trauma makes her writing all the more better. You know, maybe she grows even more from that experience, and we don't have to change anything about her. She is free, but she just has to really work through the tragedy. Yeah. I think that's like a kind of good ending. And she writes a book about it. It's so sad that Nikki will never know what even happened as well. Nikki has no idea what happened. She has no idea. She doesn't even know what the Will-O-Wish is. And she doesn't even have a wish anymore. Not that she needs one. But yeah. Move out of the way, Stephen King. New horror authors in town. She said she wants to write a love story. A love story, not a romance. A love story, not a romance. Which Bear doesn't know the difference between. Yeah, it's like how like Romeo and Juliet is a love story, but it's not a romance. But then Bear is like, what? Isn't that the same thing? Because he sees a love story and a romance is the same thing. Because it's his obsession. He doesn't know the difference between it. He just wants to be loved. It's the same thing. But then Nikki has a very different understanding of it. They're really not on the same page. Although I'd say it's like partially confirmed that Nikki might have even liked him. Like the main actress, she thinks that Nikki did like him. But we never truly know. I'd say it's somewhere in the middle. Like, I feel like she really cared about Bear as a friend because she felt like she could open up to him. And she felt like he was the only one who listened to her. So maybe she felt the closest to him. But she also felt like he was not ever being fully, like, open with her. Even though she could feel open with him. Like, she was thinking like, oh, I feel like he might like me. But then she gave him the opportunity to confess. She was like, do you like me? And he's like, no. He messes up there. She gave him the perfect opportunity. and she was also quitting her job, like, you know, moving away from this friend group, basically. So that was the chance. Like, she probably wanted him to be open and honest and say, yeah, Nikki, I like you, you know? And I feel like she would have been open to exploring a possible relationship with him, because he's like the only person she feels she can open up to. I feel like she would have been interested in that if he showed some bit of interest, but because he was like, no. She was like, oh, okay, bye. He could have a chance if he got more Riz. All he had to do was ask. Honestly, he probably didn't even need to have Riz. He just had to have the confidence to say yeah. One word. All he had to do was say one word. Because she already asked it for him. He didn't even have to say the full sentence. She started the topic. He just had to say yes. That was like the easiest way to confess. He could have just said yes. Didn't even need to say a full sentence. Like, I like you, blah, 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 blah. It was a yes or no question. And he fumbled the yes or no question. Yeah. But, on the other hand, I also, like, I don't see her having a full crush on him. Although that's what the actress says. She thinks that Nikki had a crush on him. But I feel like it's slightly below crush level. Like, she feels close to him. Like, he's special to her. But she's not necessarily crushing. Because in the car, when she goes home, and he says, oh, I've got something for you. And he's like, never mind. She doesn't push back on that. I feel like if she was like crushing or like a little bit more interested in him, then she would have been like, oh, hey, what was that thing? Are you sure? Or like, are you sure? Blah, blah, blah. You know, it seems like she was a bit too, like she didn't fully care. Like, he was like, I have something. Actually, never mind. And she's like, okay, I'm going home. Like, I think if she was crushing a little bit more, she might have pushed back on that and been like, what? What is that? Or like, you know, are you sure? But she was kind of like, she just took it at face value. Like, oh, never mind? Okay, I'm going home now. Yeah. She brushed off his comments a bit much. Yeah. So that's why I see it as like somewhere in between. Like, I don't think she was crushing on him. But I think she liked him as a person. And she felt like she could have deep conversations with him, which is what she says to him. She says that very honestly. And I think that if he said that he liked her, she would have been open to it. Like, I don't think she would have fully rejected him. Because she does like him, but I don't think she has a crush. Does that make sense? Does that make any sense? Like I don't think she would have rejected him. I think maybe she would have been like, okay, maybe we can try this out, or like go on a date or something. Like, she would have been open to it. But she's like, she's not crushing on him. Yeah. I think she would have given him a chance, but it wouldn't have gone anywhere in the end. It wouldn't have gone anywhere. I think it's possible it could have turned out well. I feel like it's possible it could have turned out well. Because that her giving him a chance requires him to have the initiative to say yes. So he would be a slightly different person from the person he is in the movie. So I think it would have been successful. Potentially. Because he would have at least had the courage to say yes. So it could have turned out slightly okay, you know. maybe she could have fixed him. I think maybe it could have gone somewhere. But he needs a lot more character growth. He needs a lot more character growth, and she might have been the one to like give him a little bit of character growth, and yeah. He's certainly not a good partner, but I feel like there was kind of potential. Like he definitely, I don't think it's certain he would have been rejected at all. I don't think he would have been rejected. She's too nice. She's too nice. She would have been open to it. Especially, I think she asked that especially because she is like, she's quitting in 2 weeks. She's not gonna be close with everybody, so she kind of, I feel like she was kind of holding on to the possibility that something could change, because maybe she didn't really want to like she wanted to see how it would go, maybe, potentially. I don't know. But she's about to leave this friend group. It's like she doesn't want to leave with like full regrets, which is maybe why she asks, "Do you like me?" She'll give it a try since she's writing that love story. Yeah, I think her saying she's writing a love story is like a romance. She's like, that's not the same thing. They disagree on that is kind of telling that I don't think the relationship might have necessarily worked out, but they would have had potential. I wouldn't rule it out entirely. But I wouldn't say she would reject him, okay? Yeah. Oh my god, I swear there's some people who lie and say that they've watched it. When I was watching, sorry, what was that creepy face? Sorry, my eyelids flipped over. I think there was one TikTok comment section for obsession for this like video, and there was this rage baiter who never even saw the movie, and they're like, yeah, that's what she gets for rejecting him. And I'm like, this person didn't even watch the movie. Actually, it got like 200 replies, and they were all like, you didn't even watch the movie. He didn't even get rejected. But that this person was, I don't know why this person was lying like this, but they were replying and they're like, no, I watched it. She rejected him. Why were they pushing so hard? Why were they pushing so hard on that when it was such an obvious lie? Oh my gosh. Yeah. I want to see this movie now. Is it from A2? A24? A24? Let me check. I think it is, or I think it has the Blumhouse. I think it had the Blumhouse logo at the start. The Blumhouse intro. Maybe it's not. It's not. It feels like an A24 movie. It does. I feel like you could categorize it as one because it really feels like it. But yeah, I think it was Blumhouse. Let me see. What is it? I remember there being like the Blumhouse house. The classic Blumhouse house. Capstone Pictures, T-Shop Productions, Blumhouse Productions, Focus Features, Universal Pictures. Okay. Yeah. Some people who haven't watched the movie and they've only watched the trailer are like saying the most random stuff. They're just rage baiting. They're just rage baiting. But it's like, are you serious? Are you serious? You're really pretending to have watched the movie based on the trailer? Yeah. Yeah, but I would say this is one of the most A24 like movies that aren't A24. Like, it's got the A24 lighting. It has the lighting. It feels like it, but it is Blumhouse. But yeah. They're too scared to watch the movie themselves. So they're in the TikTok comments making all these random assumptions. And you can easily tell when somebody hasn't watched the movie in the comment section of a video talking about obsession, when they're like talking about Nikki as if that's the actual person. as if she's just a crazy girl in love. Like, okay, you did not watch the movie. Why are you pretending to have watched the movie? Why are you in the comment section of an obsession video pretending like you watched it? You clearly haven't. Nikki alone has an entire Wikipedia page. A lot of movie trailers give away most of the story in it. Yeah, did I even watch I don't think I watched the trailer for Obsession. I saw one clip before I went in to watch it, and that was the clip where Nikki is wearing that the shoulderless top, like the top that goes around the shoulders. What do you call that? What do you call a shoulder top? Off the shoulder top. Yes, off shoulder top. That one where she's wearing like the cream colored off the shoulder top. And she's like, no, don't do that. And I was like, yeah, I want to watch this. I'm gonna watch this immediately. This is right up my alley, yes. She's good. Yeah. So I didn't watch the trailer for it. I watched that clip, but I was like, okay, I've seen enough. I don't want to spoil myself. I'm just gonna watch it. Yeah. I recommend. Sorry I've spoiled a lot of it if yeah. The Backrooms movie is A24 though, isn't it? Backrooms A24. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, but Obsession really feels like an A24 movie. And it has the vibe. It has the vibe. I want to see Nikki's Wikipedia page. Nikki Obsession Wikipedia. Oh, you mean like Freaky Nikki in the Freaky Nikki? Whoa! Who wrote all these paragraphs? These paragraphs are longer than the entire movie. Oh yeah, something. Oh, the pictures here remind me. So like the actual costume designer for the movie, she has a TikTok page where she talks about her choices for the movie, which is really interesting. Like she does a whole video for like each of the outfits and how they came together. She even shows like the mood boards she came up with for the outfits. And something she mentions is that like when normal Nikki, when you see her like normal outfit full of personality and stuff, she says like she dresses her like her color, the actress's color that suits her is like silver. She's like a silver girl. But then when she gets taken over by the wish stuff, her jewelry is like gold, which is like the opposite of what her like, I guess, in tune color is. So, you know, it feels unnatural to her. So really using like the the gold silver color theory for it, which I thought was interesting. Yeah. So like she has a lot more like gold, like, and also the neutral, like the cream colored off shoulder top doesn't suit her. It doesn't suit her very well. Like the clothes at the start of the movie, it suits her perfectly. Like it feels so full of personality, and it just seems like her style. And she's wearing silver. She's wearing silver. Yeah, but as soon as the wish takes over, she's wearing gold. She's wearing a necklace with the letter B on it. Not even her own initial, his initial. Yeah. So that's cool. And she's like kind of turning into a whole different person. At the end, she's wearing like Sarah's dress. Some people even argue that she's wearing Sarah's like she's wearing her hair as a wig. That I'm not too sure about. I would have to go look at that scene again. Also, do I really have to go watch it with people? No, you don't have to watch it with anybody. Watch it alone. It's always fun watching alone in a cinema. But yeah, if the cinema is full, you won't even feel alone if you don't want to feel alone. Cause you'll hear the gasps. You'll gasp with people, you know. Best way of knowing when someone is possessed by a demon, look at their jewelry. Yeah, like their whole styling, I guess. It is an indication of like a personality change, because people tend to, you know, have the same outfit, the same kind of like jewelry. Yeah. Like all the V-Dere girls that I've met, they all had their own kind of style to them. And I feel like if they swap styles with each other, something would kind of be off. Like I can all kind of picture them like from when I met them in real life, like with their own sort of style. So I didn't notice the Sarah dress swap on my watch. Yeah, everything does happen really fast. So yeah, it does happen really fast. But when I was watching, I noticed like she had a lot of these scribbles on her body, and I was like, wait, those scribbles? And then we see Sarah's body, and also like earlier in the film, Sarah talks about how she wants to be like a tattoo artist. And it's like, oh yeah, those are Sarah's tattoos. She copied her tattoos. And it's like, wait a second. Her outfit is very black. It's kind of like how Sarah dresses. Because she always wears like black. And she has like shorter hair and such. Has more of like a darker makeup style. But yeah, everything happens so fast that at the end of the movie, it's kind of like, oh, is that Sarah's dress? Or I'm not sure. Maybe it just looks very similar. But like the tattoos are certain. It's like, okay, I feel like she's copying those tattoos. Yeah, she's a goth baddie. She's a goth baddie. Oh, was that what it was? The scribbles on her body. Thought it was getting kind of to full possession. I think she was trying to copy Sarah's style at the end of the movie. So, like Sarah had all these tattoos, in a very, I think it's like a 2 or 3 second long clip where we see Sarah's body. That they actually buried it. Sorry, this is huge spoilers. I'm sorry. They actually buried it, so she dug it back up and stripped her. So I think that was her like copying the tattoos. With like black marker. Some people say that she like took her skin and put it on her, but I think she just did it with black marker. I don't think she did that. That doesn't look like she pasted skin on her, but some people are saying that. I think she just cut her hair, but some people say that she stuck Sarah's hair on her. I feel like she just cut her hair a bit. I don't know. Yeah. And then she takes Sarah's dress, which is why we see that clip of Sarah's dead body without any clothes. So I think that was like the main hint that she's wearing the dress. That is Sarah's dress because we see her body. There's no clothes on it. She basically used Sarah as like a mannequin, like a clothing store mannequin. Yeah. So she was like trying to be like Sarah because she saw Bear's interested in Sarah. Yeah, she wants to do whatever possible to have Bear love her because she wants her love to be reciprocated. Good night. Have a wonderful night. Yeah. So another thing, when the two Sarah scenes, the two major, okay, when we see Sarah's like body in the room without any clothes on, I gotta say that had to be like a mannequin. Like that, it did not look like Sarah at all. Like that it had to be like some sort of mannequin. It looked so much like a mannequin. And then same with the car scene. Like when I was watching it, the reason why I wasn't scared in the cinema was because I was just looking at the body moving, and I was like, that doesn't even look like her. It looks so much smaller than the actual actress. And why is it so stiff? Like it wouldn't be that stiff. But it felt like a little bit unrealistic, but it also kind of makes sense because their budget was like supposedly under $1 million. They've made 100 times their budget by now, I think, is what I've heard. Spica says to die for your art. No, that's not what I'm saying. I just thought, like, in the moment, I was so distracted by how I felt that it was very obviously like a mannequin, like a dummy. That I was like, oh, that doesn't look real. It scared me after, because it's like I guess the motion of it. It scared me after I left the cinema, but when I was like watching, I was like, that's so obviously a dummy. I didn't get scared in the moment, but after I did. Yeah. 82 million? Let's see. It's close to 100 million. It's a very profitable movie. On track to be a lot more. I think it's definitely gonna do over 100 times. Definitely gonna do a lot more. Because the movie is still fresh, too. It's still really fresh. On a 1 million or less budget, they did great. The movie's still scary. It's just those two moments I was like, okay, that really feels like a mannequin. Like the dolls feel too small. And it doesn't feel like human-like enough, but but it is understandable. They had less than $1 million budget and the movie is so good. It's so good. And I think the few moments where it looks like a dummy doesn't distract from it like being a good movie, and it's still scary. It's still scary. It doesn't make it not scary. Yeah. And apparently they only had 2 takes for that car scene because they had two glass panels that they bought. There were only two breakable glass panels that they were working with, so they had 2 takes. And I think in terms of like the acting, it was great. The Sarah car scene made me wonder what the line between foreshadowing and predictability, because the framing made it real obvious what would happen. Yeah, you know what's gonna happen, but you don't know when it's gonna happen. You don't know how it's gonna happen as well. Because like the last that Nikki and Sarah interacted before that scene, she just very dramatically pulled out the chair that Sarah was sitting in. So she didn't attack her outright, but you feel like she will. You feel like she will, even so you don't know what sort of like scale of attack it'll be. Because the last attack, the only as violent as she's gotten so far is just pulling out a chair. So what's scary is like, okay, how bad is this gonna be? Something bad is gonna happen. Yeah. and at times you like I feel like I was thinking, okay, I feel like she's gonna start screaming, and then maybe she'll grab her, and then something like she'll grab her, and then that'll lead to, you know, something bad happening to Sarah. But it happens so fast. It happens so fast. I was thinking there would, I don't know, be a little bit more build up, perhaps. But it just happens so fast. Like, you know it's gonna happen, you don't know when, and you don't know the scale. Welcome. Yes, this is the VTuber side of YouTube Live. Welcome. I'm talking about Obsession. If you haven't watched it yet, do go watch it. It's a horror movie. But there might be some spoilers. There might be some spoilers. It's a good movie. Yeah. So, yeah. That was great. The entire movie, you're just terrified of what she's gonna do, because you just know something's gonna happen. You don't know when. You're waiting for Passengers to come out? I thought that already came out. And wait, Passengers? The Passenger... Wait, something else. What is that? The Passengers? Okay, I think I was thinking of a different movie. I don't know what movie you're talking about, but yeah. Yeah. I love how we're talking about horror movies in a complete pink background and stuff. I can make it less... Okay, I'll make it more... You know what? Let's have this be on theme, okay? I'm bringing out the textures. Okay, I gotta have it creepy. Oh, that's not creepy. Oh my god, this is even cuter. What? Where's the creepy one? Oh, this one's kind of creepy. Where's the really dark, creepy one? These ones are so saturated. Ooh, hints, dual tones. This is your first time at a VTuber Live? Welcome. Welcome. Whoa! That... Oh! Oh, wait, no. This isn't even a filter. I'm just using the cards. Oh. You got scared? I think... Nightfall? I think we'll use this one. This one's called Moonlight. I'll turn down the filter. I will turn up the vibrance, turn up the contrast. Is that freaky? Is this freaky now? Am I your freaky spica? Oh, wait, I got an automatic night mode, you guys. You know, this background has a night mode, but I never use it. But this is pretty. Yeah. Okay, this is a lot more chill, hey? Yeah. What else did I want to say? Yeah. Oh! Did I ask you guys what you would wish for if you had the wish-o-willow? What would you wish for? What would you do with the wish-o-willow? Knowing it was real? Yeah. It's interesting that the director is like, he's a YouTube comedian kind of guy. Like he makes like skits. He makes those vertical skit videos. And he just directed a horror movie, which is, you know, a completely different genre. But I would say they're not too different. But yeah, I feel like it really transfers well. $1 billion? $1 billion. It's a good wish. Ian made a good wish. He actually did make a good wish. Yeah. Give all my oshis $1 billion? Don't wish for that. You gotta wish for $1 billion for yourself too. And rephrase the wish. Say, I wish for $1 billion and for my oshis to have $1 billion too. Why not wish for $1 billion for yourself as well? Yeah. Sorry, I thought this was my wish. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, wish what you want. I'm sorry. This is your wish. Okay, I won't backseat. I won't backseat. But I'm just saying, if I were to wish for my oshis to have $1 billion, I might as well also wish for them to like not have any health issues and to be like healthy and happy and to yeah. And to also have a lot of enjoyment from being a VTuber forever. Like always be happy. Because what if they get $1 billion and they're like, all right, I'm gonna quit, and I never see them again? Okay, and I never see them again. I would be so sad. Okay, so it's gotta be they get $1 billion and they still really enjoy being a VTuber forever. Oh, will that curse them to be a VTuber forever? Oh no. Okay. Oh no, that's a curse. Okay. Rip the economy. Let's not care about the economy here. Why don't we also wish that the economy doesn't crash because of the billions of dollars? Just wish for $1 trillion and give your oshis $1 billion each. Well, yeah! No, that's good. Okay, I wish for $1 trillion, and with my $1 trillion, I give my oshis $1 billion each. Yeah. $1 billion straight up or $1 million straight up? We gotta give $1 million each stream. Because I don't think okay, it would probably be the same for $1 million, but how would you actually donate $1 billion? Like, how would you do that? Is PayPal equipped to your, you know, whatever tipping site? Are they equipped for exchanges of billions of dollars? Are they equipped for that? Is that even possible? Wait, I think it'd be way more fun to have $1 trillion and then imagine donating $1 million each stream. Every time there's a merch release, you buy like 1 million of them. Wait, I think that would actually kill the company though. Like, I'm not sure if they would be able to handle that, but that would be insane. Massive inflation. I mean, okay, let's fix the wish. Okay, you would have to talk to their bank. Ah, okay. So then, in that case, okay, how about this? I wish for $1 trillion. I wish for $1 trillion and for all my oshis to have good health and to never get depression. I feel like that's not bad for them to never get depression, because depression isn't necessary for life. Like, And it just ensures, like, you know, they're not prohibited from being sad. Like, they will become sad, but they'll just never get depression. And I'd say that's pretty good. Why not wish for everyone to never have depression? Well, I thought we were thinking about Oshis only. Well, in that case, but then would that cause... What would that cause? I don't know. Okay, I wish for world peace and for nobody to ever get depression. But then wouldn't that majorly impact, like, the life of a therapist? Like, they've studied for years about depression and then all of a sudden nobody ever has it? Would that impact the world if nobody... Like, could it impact the world negatively if nobody had depression? That's what I'm scared of. If I make a wish for everybody in the world, what if it actually destroys everything in some way? So isn't it a lot safer to just wish for yourself and your Oshis? The therapist can't get depressed going out of work, at least. True, but there are other like mental illnesses aside from depression, right? So if you just wish for nobody to get depression, then what if they get like... What if, because nobody can get depression, they start getting a different mental illness instead? So they start getting like intense anxiety. Or like they become I don't know, narcissistic? They become... What's another one? Like no depression results in oops all anxiety. I don't know, I feel like it's too world altering. Let's stick with the $1 trillion for me and my Oshis. So I think that one's solid. $1 trillion and no depression and no health issues for my Oshis. Yeah. Yeah. And no anxiety. And okay, you know what? I take that back. Let's just stick with no health issues, because what if they feel incomplete without depressions or anxieties? What if it's like they're not completing I don't know. What if it stops character growth? I'm not sure. I feel like I shouldn't make that decision for them. But no health issues is like a win for everybody. Right? What if they become emotionless? Yeah, what if like, okay, maybe it's part of their personality and I don't know. Good health is solid. Yeah, good health for all of my Oshis. Yeah. I think that one's solid. Nobody would complain about having good health. But what if I don't want my Oshi to be sad? But what if they want to have a full range of emotions? They won't be your Oshi anymore. You know, what if their sadness is what contributes to part of their personality? Yeah. You need to clarify that good health means living a normal lifespan and not just dying before they get sick. Well, no, I don't. I don't need to clarify that. Okay, the wish of willow is not inherently bad, okay? Good health means good health. $1 billion means $1 billion. Not just dying before they get sick. That's crazy. Now, good health means immortal. Yeah, without sadness, there wouldn't be banger sad songs. Yeah, how would anybody's Oshis, like, sing any sad songs? How would they have sad karaoke? Like, sad karaokes are the best. If they don't know what it's like to be sad. You know, they've still got to be human. So, let them be human with really good health. They can be like a vampire or something. You know? Maybe we need to wish to have normal, not trolling wishes. Okay, I think the wish meta is to just wish for $1 billion. If you're really worried about breaking the economy, then you can just say I wish for $1 billion. Without disrupting the world economy and without the police or government finding anything wrong with me being in possession of $1 billion, and I like the $1 billion to be part of my bank account for me to use however I see fit. That sort of thing. Yeah, like I think that should be safe. That should be pretty safe. And then you wouldn't even have the $1 billion raining from the sky. It would just be in your bank account, and then easy. And then, you know, if you're extra worried about like, I don't know, it being stolen, then you're like, and nobody can steal it from me unless I authorize it to be given to somebody else. Yeah. Like if you're worried about a scammer somehow, I don't know. Yeah, just keep adding on to it to make it as safe as possible. That's pretty safe. You could just wish for a $100 bill whenever you needed one. Oh, you wish for a button that you press. Every time you press it, it deposits $10,000 into your bank account. And the government and everybody in the world won't find anything suspicious about that. Yeah, that's the wish. And then, yeah, and then it wouldn't be too crazy. It's like whenever you feel like you need it, you just spam the button. Yeah, and then it feels like you're doing something. Yeah. Well, you just get kidnapped then. But just don't tell anybody you have $1 billion in your bank account. How would they know? Because part of the wish is that it's in your bank account. The government, etc., don't find anything wrong with it. So they would have no reason to kidnap you unless you're shouting to the world, "Hey, I have $1 billion in my bank account." Act of button pushing, giving 10k is kind of scary though. That's scary. There are far scarier wishes out there. Yeah. Also, this is unrelated to the movie, but I feel like it's kind of related. Have you heard Olivia Rodrigo's newest song, The Cure? Also, banks lend out all of your money upon hitting your bank account. Yeah. Haven't yet? Nope. Okay, let's watch it together. Let's watch it together, okay? I'll watch it with you. I've actually already seen it. But let's do a watch along right now. Okay? Okay. Because yeah, then I can force you to watch it. Should I show it on screen so we can sync up? Yeah, let me do that. Hold on. We can sync up. Is it this one? Okay. Is that a special YouTube progress bar for the MV? Yes! They have like a knitting tool for it. It's so cool. Like a knitting. It's so cool. I am obsessed with this song, okay? I'm actually obsessed with it. I think it's gotta be one of my favorite Olivia Rodrigo songs. I think it's amazing because it... I will say later. Let's watch it first. Okay, sorry. Let me get the screen share up. Let me unmute it for me. Oh my god, I'm so excited to listen to this. How do I get the... Okay. Sync up. We're gonna sync up. This time. Put the 待って, ちょっと待って. It's actually taking me a little while to get this up. Okay. Okay, let me get this up. Thought I found the... I have so many sources on my what do you call it? My screen that is kind of hard. Okay. I think I did it. I just need to get the crop right. There we go. Okay, let me get the crop right. This. Okay. This minus that. Okay, am I a little off? Okay. This. And then I think it's a little... Oh, it's not. Yes! I did it! I did it! Okay, here's the crop. I'll put it here. Okay. Yeah, I'll put it up here. Alright, I'll turn out the VGM. We're gonna listen together. Alright, so this is from the start. Let's go! Okay! Yeah, I'm so... Let me make it louder for me. Yeah. Let's go. 3, 2, 1! The Cure by Olivia Rodrigo. Wait, I don't have the thing on mine. But I did when I watched it before. I love how the OR, Olivia Rodrigo, is like operating room. Also, I really love how the MV has this like this fake medicine. It's like it looks kind of stop motion-ish. It's really cute. And then everything is made of cardboard. I like the aesthetic. Like she's acting so professional. Like she's a real nurse, but everything is made of cardboard. I really like the guitar in this. And she's trying so hard to create the antidote. No, the heart. No. Rest in peace, hearts. Tokyo Ghoul mentioned. When I first heard this, I was like, Unravel from Tokyo Ghoul? I love the cardboard guitar. I love the cardboard aesthetic. It's so... I love it. The dollhouse aesthetic? And the cardboard microphone. She's a nurse. She's a nurse, but why is she being rushed to the operating room? Because she's trying to fix others before she fixes herself. Ooh. I really love the high note here. I love listening to the high note. It's so good. I really love how the song builds. Yeah, she's unraveling the world. No, she's legitimately unraveling the world now. I love this part. You know, see what I said? Not related, but kind of related to obsession. Yeah, you get what I mean. It reminds me of obsession, but not really, because that's not actually the situation. But it's kind of like what Freaky Nikki feels like, because she's been wished into being a person that loves somebody more than like she loves herself, so she'll never be happy. Yeah, I like the cardboard box thing. Anyway. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, what do you guys think of the song? I really like it. I feel like it's been a while since I've really liked an Olivia Rodrigo song, because I really liked her Sour album. I think everybody did. But when it came to Guts, it was kind of okay. I kind of drifted away a bit from Olivia Rodrigo songs. Like, I didn't even learn all the songs from her Guts album. Like, I didn't really like it as much as Sour, but this is a really good song because I feel like it kind of flips the expectation around, because everybody was kind of expecting Olivia Rodrigo to make a heartbreak song about, or like a love song about her like recent relationship, because she is known for her heartbreak songs. It's like, you know, Driver's License, you know, this guy broke her heart and she's heartbroken and it's so sad. She's crying about the boy that broke her heart. And then, you know, Vampire, Good For You. It's like, you broke my heart. Vampire, you destroyed everything. You're a terrible person. That kind of thing. And then people were expecting either, well, she came out with Drop Dead right before this, which is like her first, I guess, major love song. She had like So American, but that was like on the deluxe version of the album, so it wasn't like a main love song, but that was her first main love song. And then I think a lot of people were kind of expecting her to either do a heartbreak song, since it was like they were rumored to have broken up, or to continue with the love theme. But instead of that, she comes out with a song that is a lot more introspective, and it's just, it feels a lot more honest and vulnerable than just this person was bad, they broke my heart. But it's more like I have my own issues, and because of that, I can, like, you know, love isn't just the cure. It's like kind of dismantling the idea in some of her other songs, where she writes about like heartbreak. It's like the person she was in love with did her wrong, which gets people thinking that all she needs is like a fairy tale sort of Prince Charming to like pick her up and save her and give her like the love that she needs, and everything is perfect. But then this one flips the expectation around and is like, well, it's not just, even if you have like the perfect love that you think you need, if you can't love yourself, then it's not gonna fix you. So I really like this song, because I think that was kind of why I felt kind of tuned out of like Olivia Rodrigo's songs for a little bit because I don't know. I mean, Guts was good. I think it just wasn't really my style. But I feel like she really does something different in this song. Yeah, the Prince Charming stuff is, yeah. That's also why I didn't like the Drop Dead stuff, because it didn't feel like relatable at all. It was like, one night I was bored in bed and stalked you on the internet and kiss me and I might drop dead. It's like, it's just like, I mean, it's true to her, but it just, I just didn't like the lyrics of the song, you know? It was a bit wishy-washy. Yeah. But it was cute. What I really liked about Drop Dead, though, was the way it builds. I love the harmonies in the song. So it feels like this song has like kind of the build of it and the harmonies of it, but it feels more honest than Drop Dead. Not saying that Drop Dead isn't an honest song to her, but especially with this song, it also feels like a setup to this song. Like that's how she feels when she falls in love. She's like, I might drop dead. Like she's actually obsessed. She's obsessed. But then this is like the deeper layer behind it is like she feels that even with like the perfect love story, she's found out that it doesn't actually fix her from like obsessive thoughts and toxic feelings. So I don't know, it's also a very emotional song. It just feels so vulnerable to her story that I really like it. It's so emotional. It's really good. It's really good, and it feels much more fresh compared to all the breakup songs that she's always made. I love her breakup songs. They're all good, by the way. I love Driver's License. I love Vampire. I love Enough for You. Like, they're all so good. But I think this one is kind of like the answer to a lot of those songs as well. It's like, it feels a lot deeper than just, you did me wrong, you were a vampire. Yeah, it like actually feels really new. But at the same time, it also is something that she does talk about a lot in her songs that aren't her like main songs. Like, Pretty Isn't Pretty. Like, she always talks about her insecurities of like not being pretty enough. But then here it's a lot more, it's even more reflective that it's like affecting not just her own self-esteem, but it's like her relationship doesn't fix this as well. It doesn't help. it doesn't fix her feelings of insecurity and that sort of stuff. So it just feels like really new. Like it's her insecurity songs, but it actually connects it with her like love life. And then it just feels so vulnerable. I really like it. I also feel like, I don't know if this is controversial, but I feel like Taylor Swift would not make a song like this. Because I feel like Olivia Rodrigo gets compared a lot to Taylor Swift, but Taylor Swift doesn't ever really write that deeply about her own insecurities. Olivia's songs are kind of similar to Taylor Swift because like she's very inspired by Taylor Swift, but I feel like Taylor Swift's songs are never this deep. I'm sorry. I think Olivia Rodrigo is a much better writer. And maybe it helps that her dad is a therapist. Maybe. Maybe it really helps that her dad is a therapist, but from my memory, all of like Taylor Swift songs, it is just like breakup songs. You did this to me. We are never ever ever getting back together. I don't think anyone thinks Taylor is a good writer. Don't say that. There are a lot of Swifties who feel very passionately otherwise. Don't say that. Don't say that. That is controversial, okay? But I think Olivia Rodrigo is a much better writer, I think. And also, I don't think Taylor Swift ever really talks about like the beauty standard insecurities as well as Olivia Rodrigo does. Like, not to say that Taylor Swift never talks about insecurities, but it never feels relatable, I think. Maybe because her writing isn't as good. But yeah. I just feel like, you know, with this song, you can't really compare Olivia to Taylor Swift anymore. I'm not a hater, by the way. I'm not a hater of Taylor Swift, but I'm just saying Olivia is like the new and improved and better, like, I think she's a better songwriter and has a better voice and vocal talent than Taylor Swift does. So it's like a lot of people do like to compare Olivia Rodrigo to Taylor Swift, but I feel like she's really doing something different. Yeah, age different, not a hater either. I also just think Taylor Swift songs are like, okay, she is a lot older, so I think it's hard for her to be relatable to a younger audience, but even so, the songs that she made when she was younger were not relatable either. I don't know. Like, I don't think Taylor Swift ever really wrote about I don't know. But maybe I haven't listened to enough Taylor Swift songs. I really like listening to The Cure in the car. They're made to be marketable. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot more just like kind of blank pop. Blank pop. Yeah. I think she writes a lot of songs about like anger, honestly. Okay, I have a list of her songs. Look What You Made Me Do. That's not relatable at all. It's very angry song. Love Story, Lover, that's okay. Cruel Summer, another love song. I Knew You Were Trouble, another love song where it blames it on... all her love songs blame it on whoever did her bad, but she never like has any songs where she takes personal accountability aside from Back to December, which is one of her songs that I like, because it's basically the only one where she doesn't say anything bad about her ex. Yeah. Yeah, she blames it on the opposite party, which I think is great for a heartbreak song, but you can't always be blaming it on the other person. Because at that point, if all of your songs are blaming it on another person, then isn't the common denominator you? Isn't it just you at that point? Yeah. There's Anti-Hero, your most hated song. I forgot that song existed. I hate the lyrics for this. Reading the lyrics, I just like... I don't like the way she writes. I don't like it. I think her earlier songs, she wrote some bangers, but for her new songs, I don't know what happened to her songwriting, but it has become more and more convoluted. I just don't like it. Oh, so anti-hero. It's like a kind of like a critique of like how the haters are like always criticizing her to be like what, a narcissist, and saying that she's the problem and everything. But it doesn't really feel relatable either. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. It's me. Hi, everyone agrees. It just feels not introspective at all. Like it's just like it just sounds kind of angry. Like angry at what people are saying about her. It's like you keep saying mean things about me. Sure, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Like you just, but then The Cure, you know, it feels like Olivia Rodrigo, like she recognizes her like toxic thoughts about like her relationships and things like that, and she's like, you know, I'm not a good person in my head, and yeah. And she's like, this is, you know, relationship may be good, but it's not fixing me. Like it feels like yeah, I think there's something wrong with me. It's a sad song, and it feels relatable. I think like most people can relate to that sort of thing where it's like no matter how much like love or positivity you may experience, you still feel like there's something wrong with you, or there's something's gonna go wrong, things like that. And you feel like even with all the positivity and love in the world, like it would not make you feel happy with yourself, because you can't love yourself. So it's way more relatable than these people online are saying that I'm a narcissist. So yeah, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. That's not relatable at all. Like yeah. I just, wasn't there another Taylor Swift line where it's like the mascara? What was that lyric? Oh, false lashes. They ripped me off like false lashes and threw me away. What is that line? I mean, yeah. a lot of Taylor Swift lyrics are just like, I think a lot of her songs are just kind of angry, like in a not angry sounding way. Like the song itself, I think there is a difference between a song that is angry for like emotional release, where it's like, you know, there's all the drums and then like all the guitar and it's really loud and you're venting out your anger. But then her songs feel just kind of mean-spirited angry at times. Like they don't sound angry, but she just seems kind of a little bit mean-spirited. I don't know. Maybe I'm assuming a lot, but I feel like a lot of her newer songs are just snarky. Yeah. They remind me too much of an angsty teenager. Maybe. Yeah, but I feel like her lyrics don't really have that much emotional maturity. An air of narcissism. Perhaps. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so I have been listening to Olivia Rodrigo on repeat every time I'm driving, like every time I'm doing something, I play it on repeat because I just love the way it builds. I love the bridge so much. It's great. It's great. I mean, the only thing I dislike about the song is like the second verse is a bit graphic, a bit like she swears a bit. I don't really like swearing in songs, but if it's true to her, then speak your truth. But I think it has to be one of my favorite Olivia Rodrigo songs. Also, it feels a lot more full than Drop Dead. Now when I listen to Drop Dead, I always felt like the instrumentation was very empty and it sounded maybe like a weaker Chappell Roan song. Like a very thin Chappell Roan side song. Like it didn't feel like it had enough. Like I feel like it could have been a thicker song. Like the only thing that is carrying the song's thickness is like her harmonies, but it felt like the instrumentation wasn't doing enough. I don't know. I think I just didn't like the instrumentals as much. I also kind of didn't like some of the lyrics in Drop Dead. Especially one night I was bored in bed and stalked you on the internet. I hate that. Why? I wish it could have been something else. But yeah, but then The Cure, I love the way it builds. I love the way it builds. It's so good. And also it's such a long song in this economy. In this music economy. She made a 5-minute song in this economy. This economy of cat's eye 2-minute long songs. Nobody ever makes songs longer than 3 minutes. Honestly. And she made a 5-minute song. Like, wow, that is impressive. No, but yeah, she really puts everything in the build. That like I feel like it's not even prioritized for like TikTok snippets, which I feel a lot of songs these days are. They prioritize the writing of it for like the TikTok viral snippets, but she's using the whole song to like build a story. So it doesn't feel optimized for like TikToks. Which I like, because I can listen to the whole song and it just feels like it builds so well. Yeah. I think it'd be cool to have like a dramatic rock version of this song. Like I imagine if she performed this song in concert, but like as a rock version, like more rock, it would be so good. Like twice when they perform in concert, they often do like a rock version of their songs. It would be so good. Like with louder drums would be so good. But I do like how soft it is. I need like a louder version of it as well. Yeah. I like the punk vibe she has with Guts. I didn't really like Guts too much because it felt a little... I think the instrumentals felt a bit empty, but I like the way she's going for this album where it's getting so harmony heavy. I love the harmony heavy. The 2 songs we have from this album, technically we have 3, but we don't know how the studio version of Begged sounds like. But there's so much build in the songs. I love it. Yeah. I felt like Guts was like slightly more plain. A little bit. I really like Pretty Isn't Pretty. But this is like The Cure's like Pretty Isn't Pretty upgraded. Upgraded times 2. Because Pretty Isn't Pretty... Yeah. Sorry, I have nothing more to say. Let me see. Got songs. Yeah, I really like the direction she's going for her 3rd album. It's so funny how everybody was predicting she would have a 4-letter title because that's what she's been doing. She's got Sour Guts. People were predicting Luck or Love for her album title. and people have been waiting a long time for her 3rd album. So there have been so many guesses for her next 4-letter album title that I think by the time she was coming up with an album, she was like, okay, everybody's guessed every 4-letter combo. Let's just go with... How many words is it? A 9... A 9-word album title. 9 words. 9 words. You seem pretty sad for a girl so in love. You can't even abbreviate it into a 4-letter album title. She was really like, okay, I'm gonna make sure nobody is gonna guess this album title because I'm gonna make it 9 words long. It's like an isekai novel. You seem pretty sad for a girl so in love. But I think the album title fits perfectly for the song she has out so far. She has Drop Dead, which is like it sets up like the love aspect of the album. It's like this is the perfect love ever. This is her dream. And then you have all the other sad songs like Begged, The Cure. It's just so sad. It's like even though she's so in love and she has everything she wanted, it's like it's not enough. It's not enough. So because of The Cure, I'm really looking forward to the rest of the songs on the album, but I'm not sure if I'll like any songs more than The Cure, because Olivia Rodrigo, she said that The Cure is her favorite song on the album, so I'm not sure if I'll like anyone's more than this. But now I have pretty high hopes for it. I think before after Drop Dead came out, I was like, well, I like it. It's growing on me. I didn't like it at first, but it's growing on me. But I didn't really like it that much. But The Cure has gotten me much more hyped for the album. Yeah. Especially because I felt like I really tuned out of Guts. Compared to Sour. Sour I really love. Yeah. Anyway, I should probably go get something to eat. Oh my god, I talked this whole stream about Obsession and The Cure. That's crazy. Okay. I didn't think I'd have so much to talk about, but yeah. Yeah. You seem sad, girl. A lot of people are thinking about how to abbreviate it. Like they're thinking they'll just even the abbreviation is so long because it's a whole 9 letters long. Some people were like, maybe we'll call it Pretty Sad, or You Seem Pretty Sad, or Girl So in Love. Something like that. Yeah. But anyway, I'll see you. Have a good day. Yeah, I like this filter. It's not bad. I figured out how to turn on night mode. Even though the sky outside is actually bright. Yeah. But anyway, let me turn off default. None. Let's bring the light back. Why does it feel so bright? It feels so desaturated. Now I feel like I have to turn the... Oh my god, my eyes. My eyes! Okay. Anyway. Let me see. Who can we rate? Maybe we'll rate... Dun. I see. Okay. It's like switching to light mode. Oh, my eyes. It's so bright. I don't like it. I don't like it. Alrighty. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, have a great day. Bye bye. Bye bye. See ya. See you with pickles. And bye bye.